How to seduce women physically. Number 1. To seduce women physically. Touch them when making a point. Touch his or her shoulder or hand when you make a point it's really cool or you should try it, etc. Not only are you reinforcing what you're saying, you're also giving them an excuse to start touching you back. Number 2. Encourage body contact. If you already did some physical flirting, encourage him/her to touch you as well. Play a game like thumb wrestling, put an arm on his or her shoulder, and open up. Be creative. If he or she will smile, the person probably likes it and may want you to do it again. And when he/she touches you back in a sensual way, you are in. If you're a guy, give the girl a piggyback ride. It's a good way to get close to her and show her how strong you are. Try not to move too fast or you could fall, which would not be encouraging. When the other person teases you, gently hit them on the shoulder. Mostly, girls do this when guys are playfully teasing them. Be careful doing this if you're a guy. Number 3. Hang on the person. Hang your arm around the person a little when telling a joke or laughing. When you're telling a joke or he's telling a joke, put your hand gently on his or her shoulder while laughing. For girls, you can probably do this pretty much any time for any reason. You're asking him a favor, you're talking about your weekend, etc. It seems hard at first, but the guy will definitely be happy. For guys, you can only really pull this off when being in a jokey mood, or if you're especially close with the girl. Or, after you hug, you can leave one arm around her for a little bit longer than normal and see how she reacts. Number 4. Rest on the person. Rest your head on his or her shoulder and say I'm tired, if it's late at night or if you see him/her early in the morning such as on the bus. You can do this when you're pretending you're bored or exasperated, too. You're sitting next to one another during an announcement that's taking way too long, and you sigh as you move back gently and rest on the person. Number 5. Use more intimate contact. Hug, touch him/her on the shoulder, or even kiss them on the cheek instead of just saying a simple goodbye. Hug the person when you see them in the morning, or when you leave for the day, when you're congratulating them for an accomplishment, or when you don't think you'll see them for a while. Kiss the person on the cheek if you're a girl and you want to send him a signal that he should be starting to kiss you. Kiss him on the cheek as you leave and he'll be thinking about it for days to come. Kissing casually is harder for guys to do to girls because 1. Most girls don't want their private space violated, and 2. Most girls will expect a first kiss to be a little more than a peck on the cheek. Number 6. Mirror their body language. Mirror his or her pose when you are facing one another. This bit of body language sends a subtle signal. Subliminally, they will feel as if they have a stronger connection to you just based on how you are mirroring them. Don't do this all the time, however, or the other person might feel like you're raping them. Make sure when you do it, it's natural. Number 7. Tickle the other person. Tickling is a great way to flirt with someone physically. Tickling is okay among friends, but not so much among acquaintances, so make sure you know the person enough before you start tickling. Be careful to respect people's boundaries and also not sneak into people's houses and tickle them while they are sleeping. A couple tips when you are tickling. It's more socially common for guys to tickle girls. That doesn't mean you can't tickle a guy if you're a girl, it just means that guys are usually the ones doing the tickling. Keep that in mind. Only tickle in safe areas. The last thing you want to do when flirting is make the other person feel uncomfortable. To ensure that you don't overstep his or her boundaries, try focusing on the arms, knees, and feet. Pay attention to your crush's body language and what they say. If they're laughing and jokingly tell you to stop, it's probably okay to go on a little longer before you stop. If they don't laugh, however, seem uncomfortable, and ask you to stop, stop right away. Number 8. Find excuses to touch him/her. Touch the person when you compliment their ring, bracelet, new shirt or hair. Or say something like you have small hands, and put your hands against each other's. See how long it takes before they pull their hand back. If it takes a while, he most likely enjoyed it. Number 9. Touch and then hold their hand. If you are afraid of rejection, start slow with a subtle hand touch. Do it in a way she will notice, but that isn't too obvious at first. Then slowly move to holding hands if the person seems to like the contact. For example, when working next to each other, you could slightly touch his or her hand. If this person noticed it, he will look at you, and when he smiles, you could try taking his or her hand. If they don't like it, you will know it's too soon to start holding hands. You can find an excuse for holding hands a lot of different ways. If you're in a haunted house, or on a roller coaster, or showing them something, simply take their hand confidently and don't wait for them to react. If they don't like it or aren't ready for it yet, you will know. Interlocking hands is harder the first couple times than just clasping or cupping their hand. To avoid any awkwardness, stick with cupping in the beginning, where you put your pinky, ring, middle and index fingers together and grab onto the other person's palm. Number 10. Dance with the other person. Dancing is a great, social way to get close to that person you like and show them a bit of flirtatious fun. Whether it's at a school dance, your birthday party, or waiting at the bus stop, if you're silly or have a good sense of humor, dancing can help set the stage. Go for the slow dance. When that song comes on, go straight to your crush and ask them to dance. If you're a guy, put your arms around her waist. If you're a girl, put your arms around his shoulders. Get close enough so that your mouth is close to the other person's ears. Number 11. Pull the awkwardness out of a kiss. If you feel awkward, just gently touch their nose with the end of your finger while smiling. Then, slowly lean into the person as if you were going to hug him and start to kiss them with a little kiss. If you can tell that the other person is a little unsure of him/herself after you kiss them, give them a bit of encouragement. Tell them something like, "That was nice, you're a good kisser." If they feel more confident, you're doing your job. First kisses can be awkward. That's just life. One thing, however, is certain: it takes time and a little bit of practice to get the hang of things. Don't worry about the awkwardness and focus on the things you like about the other person.